It's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. And it comes your way next.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 36. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball at the 33 for first down. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw now, Allen. Cook calls it in. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Shakir sent in motion left. Touchdown, Buffalo! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana, and I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Now Allen off the play action. Pass complete to Cook. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Slot receiver headed left. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Connects with Cook. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Working inside the red zone. Roll. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on first down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
2nd and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd and goal for Allen. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up. Penix. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 8 yards on that play, and they only have 1 now to go on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They gain 14 on the play, and the Falcons will have a 1st.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Penix here from the gun. He's got it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Ty Johnson now to return. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Play action now with Allen. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Handoff here to Davis. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of him.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Now Allen going to the air. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And that means third down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Motioning him from the slot right. Allen on third down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle, and then go finish that runner.
Another one for Cook. Escapes the defender. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on third down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They send a receiver in motion right. Allen on third and short. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills stretch their early to 9. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills get a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. He stopped on the return at the 27. This our last play of the quarter. On first down, here's Penix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll be well inside field goal range to begin this drive. Connection made to Shakir. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high, brings up 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Amendola able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Robinson on the inside give. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd down, it's Penix. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Allen. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Vacates quickly left side.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Back to throw now, Allen. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Got a man, it's London. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Second and 3 now. To the air with Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Penix looking to pass. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Johnson with a return here. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Us quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers, but a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They send him left out of the slot. From the 37. Shakir with the grab. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Complete on the option. And in, touchdown Buffalo. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills take a 3-possession lead. Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Penix on 3rd down. Sheds off a rusher. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got it inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it a 24-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Penix now on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. And again, it's Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Penix on 1st down. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Penix now. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and just 2 to go. They motion the tight end over. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This is Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, ball at the 36. Now it's Cook. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. And it's the Bills, who have it 2nd and 9. Now Allen going to the air. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Stiff arm success. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. From the 42. Connects with Cook. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Connects with Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Allen gonna throw again. Finds Kincaid. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this is from 47. Amendola able to put it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Penix. He's going to try to drop it in deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills leading. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. He's got to gain a 6 there. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 4. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air with Penix. He has the first over the middle. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee it. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
They go play action. Here's Penix. He's got a man left. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. And they're going to tag a defender with this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Penix here from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Penix to throw. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Pass complete to Cook. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's caught for the 1st. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Oh, they're going to run the option in the short side. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Second and 10 now. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
On 1st down, Allen. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Again, Allen to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Amendola able to put it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing Penix into the hands of Pitts. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Penix looking to pass. Pitts brings it in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. From the shotgun, Penix finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And again, it's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Penix working from the gun. Hauled in left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. That's brought in by Mooney. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. On 2nd down, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Lutz is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous, right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switched from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Allen now on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They kick the running back in motion. Trying again, following the sack. Cook calls it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They've got 1st down from the 31. Penix now. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Here's Penix to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now it's 2nd down. To the air with Penix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
3rd down, it's Penix. He's got a man left. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west. Right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Trying for it with Penix. He finds him beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing, Penix. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Just 1 yard on the run. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a 1st down. That felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills set to take over offensively. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. That one's cut along the left sideline. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Another one for Cook. Big gap up the middle. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now Allen going to the air. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but man, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills grow the lead now to 22 points. Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Penix looking to pass. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Penix able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate. but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And again, it's Penix. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw left side, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Back out runs their offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills put up even more points in a win. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills continue piling on to this lead. Bass now to kick this away. McLeod now returning it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, here's Penix. Pitts brings it in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Penix now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Penix here from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Penix on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. To the air with Penix. And that's completed the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons trail by 22 now. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Handoff here to Davis. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going right back to Davis. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Now it's Cook. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, that is all about the eyes of the defense, keyed in on the quarterback. Whether it was going to be a run or a throw, that defense was so locked in, they hold him short of the sticks.
The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First and 10 now from the 30. Penix now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Touchdown, Atlanta! 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
He's throwing for it! On the move, headed right. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Ooh, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that 2-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Bills offense all set for their next drive. They can run this clock out and head out of here with a win, even with 2 timeouts remaining defensively. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Bills as we say goodbye from Atlanta.